Hey you guys, it's Celeste. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute since I uploaded a YouTube video and yeah, 2020, what a year. I don't even have to tell you guys what 2020 was, because what was 2020? Am I right? But alas, we are here with a new video and kind of a new kind of video. So I got a PC and I have upgraded my entire setup crazily in the last year. And I'm kind of bougie, you know, I wanted an entirely pretty much pink setup. It is what it is. Regardless of your opinion on the whole pink cute setup, I have noticed there's a lot of limitations, we'll say, when it comes to having the pink setup. So I'm going to be talking about, in my opinion, like the most talked about headsets in like the gamer girl community. And I'm going to be sharing my own personal experience and my own review. Quick disclaimer, none of this was sent to me. These are all just my personal opinions. It's okay if you disagree or if you agree. This is just mine. And I've noticed that there's a lot of these questions going around on which one should I get and which one is better, and I only have this amount, so I decided to do it for y'all. So let's get started. Alright, so I think the best way to do this is to go in order from least expensive to most expensive. At least that's the best way it's going to work for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the Razer Kraken in Quartz. Now this isn't the Razer Kraken Kitty. The Razer Kraken Kitty is the, I believe, exact same as just the Kraken, except it has the RGB lights. Besides that, I believe all the specs are the same. To be completely honest, I tried so hard to like just do it without having to pull up the specs, and I got really close, but I just couldn't do it. So I'm just gonna read the specs off of my phone. So we have custom tuned 50mm drivers for powerful clear sound with immersive bass, retractable microphone, compatible with all consoles via 3.5mm audio cable with inline controls, aluminum frame with thicker padding, cooling gel infused ear cushions. And then I also know that this has the 7.1 surround sound. So I've had these since, I want to say, July. Originally I had purchased these Turtle Beaches that were purple and white, and I didn't like them. I didn't like the sound. They were super quiet, so I ended up getting these. What I really do like about these is the cooling gel in the ears. I've tested a lot, and I mean a lot, of headphones. My ears do get hot with like the amount of gaming that I do. My ears never ever get hot in these. And also in the cushions, it allows for glasses, like people who wear glasses like myself. Sometimes I wear blue light glasses, sometimes I wear my normal glasses. I never get a headache from wearing these. They don't squish my head, they don't hurt my head, they don't hurt my glasses or anything like that. The microphone is retractable right here. I don't use it because I have a Blue Yeti X, but when I did use this, my friend said that it sounded fine for a built-in microphone. Now when it comes to built-in microphones and gaming headsets, they are not the best, but I would say for the price paid, which was about $70 US, I want to say, this is worth the price. The sound on this, in my opinion, is amazing. It's got really good 7.1 surround sound. I love it. I have had no issues with it. I remember seeing a lot of reviews of people saying that this doesn't last longer than 3 months. I've had this for almost a year and it's in pretty much perfect condition. My biggest complaint though about this is how long the cord is, which could be pros or cons depending on what it is. The dial to control the sound is connected down here. You can go up or down, and you can also mute. I will say, however, is that the cord does twist a lot, which can impact the sound. So all I have to do is unplug it, untwist the cord, and then everything is fine. But I will say that that's the biggest drawback. I really, really wish Razer would make a Bluetooth Kraken in the Quartz color. I would buy that up in a heartbeat. Overall, I would rate this probably a solid 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9 out of 10. Next up is going to be the Razer Kitty Bluetooth, or what they call the Razer Kitty BT, aka Bluetooth. Now, quick disclaimer, these are not gaming headphones. Though everybody assumed that they were, they are not. These are just fancy Bluetooth headphones. These retail for $100 US. These have a 40mm driver, which is 10 less than the Kraken. Also do not have the cooling gel ear cups, which was a big disappointment to me. It says Bluetooth 5.0. This has a 40 millisecond latency connection, which is a little slow, but like I said, this isn't for gaming, so I'd say that's pretty good. And a beam forming microphone for voice isolation and clear communication. And unlike the Kraken, which has aluminum, this is, I believe, just plastic. So I remember seeing a lot of people on TikTok saying that the new Quartz didn't match the old Quartz line, and comparing the two, they're pretty close, but there is going to be an ever so slight difference because one is metal and one is plastic. But besides that, I know that on camera it doesn't quite look the same, but IRL, they're very similar. It's a very slight difference, and it's because of the material used. We are talking about gaming headsets, so I cannot recommend these for gaming, but I see a lot of people constantly asking if these are good for gaming. They are not. These are not gaming headsets. I cannot stress that enough. These are just very bougie Bluetooth headset. Do I think they're worth $100? No. If they had the cooling gel pads in the ears, I would say that alone could make it go up to $100. And also, I don't know why they didn't just put padding all along right here to make it more comfortable. That would, in my opinion, be worth $100. Just for upgrading the ear pads and putting a little bit more padding at the top would make it very much worth $100 for a Bluetooth headset, in my opinion. The sound is decent, but you can also download the app on your phone or just use the Chroma on your PC to play around with the settings. I will say, however, that this does disconnect from my PC a lot, which is very annoying, so you're probably only gonna really get the best use with your phone. Overall, for gaming, I rate it a 0, but it's not a gaming headset, so for a Bluetooth headset, I'm going to rate it a solid 7, maybe a 6.5 or 7. It could use a little work. It's interesting to me that this is, you know, more expensive than the Kraken, and the Kraken has better qualities. But like I said, this isn't a gaming headset, so can't be too mad. So I know it's gonna be a little bit interesting because I own and have on hand currently all the other ones that I've reviewed so far. But here's a quick disclaimer. I did in fact buy the Logitech G733. I did buy it. But unfortunately, I returned it literally within 48 hours of buying it. So I don't have it on me, but I did buy it. So it's a little bit awkward that I'm going to be talking about it, not like holding it, but I'm going to read the specs and I'm going to tell you my experience with it. So it says that it has a 29-hour battery, 20-meter range, which averages to about, I want to say 65 feet. It has front-facing LEDs, which are very customizable in the G Hub app. Memory foam ear pads, detachable 6mm mic. It also has DTS Headphone X on ear controls. Everywhere that I looked, it said that the sound was surround sound 2.0. Absolutely no sense to me because everything that I own is pretty much 7.1. But when I saw 2.0, I was like, is this a downgrade? I got it in white because I have an all pink setup and I was really looking forward to this. I have friends who have it who swear by it. They all love it. Pretty much all my friends have these new Logitech Bluetooth headsets. I did extensive research and watched a lot of YouTube videos, and it seemed like pretty much the biggest complaint was the microphone. And I agree, when you use the microphone, it sounds like you were calling from the moon. It's very bad. But I wasn't worried about it because I would never be using the microphone. My experience with this headset was not good at all. Upon putting it on, I was not impressed with the sound at all. At all. It felt like I was listening through a tin can. There's absolutely no bass on this system. I was very disappointed. I messed around with the settings a lot in the G Hub app, and no matter what I did or my boyfriend could do, we could not get this to sound better than your average $20 headset. I don't know why, but I thought it was a Bluetooth headset so I could also use it with my phone. Unfortunately, no, it is just a wireless headset. Therefore, it has a dongle, and that's the only way that it will connect to anything is with the dongle. I didn't know that. That's on me. That's not why my review is so low. The sound is really what got me. I couldn't believe that they were charging $130 US for what came out. Maybe I had a defective one. I'm pretty sure I had a defective one because the sound controls were on the back left of the headset, and it was a dial, and halfway through the night the dial no longer worked. It did not adjust the volume at all. I would have to go in manually in my sound on my PC behind me and do it, which is very inconvenient when you are in the middle of playing games. The big thing that stuck out to me that I really liked about it was the front RGB panels. I loved it, but I did not take into consideration that they would reflect into my glasses and my blue light glasses like no other and be very distracting. Sounds silly, but until you experience it, it's no bueno. I was going to purchase another pair because, like I said, the dial stopped working, the sound was horrendous, and everybody else who I knew had it, loved it. They swore by it. I am pretty much positive that I got a defective one. However, take into consideration that the light strips would be reflecting into my glasses and back into my eyes was enough for me to say, unfortunately, this is not the headset for me. If you like that headset, good for you. Unfortunately, I did not like it. I'm going to rate it a solid 3 out of 10. It had potential, but for $130, I was very upset. Even Discord sounded awful. And last, we have the YOWU Kitty 3G headset. This goes for about $140 US. However, I got these for $200. $200 is very steep. But the reason that these were $200 is because I got these directly off of Amazon and I got Prime same-day shipping. I could have saved money, which I almost did, until further investigation. I saw that YOWU has a 0 customer return policy. They say that the moment that you hit add to cart and purchase, it is your full responsibility. It is out of their hands. You are not allowed to return anything, ever. So for $140 for the chance of not liking it or it not being good quality was not appealing to me. So the fact that I found these on Amazon for Prime shipping made me feel a lot better. These really remind me of the Brookstone Kitty headset that used to have the speakers here. I don't know if they bought it and improved it or what, but all I know is the Brookstone did not do well, and these are right up there with that quality too. So this has 7.1 support all around surround sound, which this is the only other headset that I tested besides my regular Krakens by Razer that had the 7.1 surround sound. So the reason that it's called the 3G is because it is G literally stands for gaming. This is supposed to have unlimited color options. You're supposed to be able to customize this a lot. It's supposed to have really good surround sound, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it did not meet any of those. So when you pull up the app, which is not user-friendly at all, I will add. I will say that when you first turn this on, it goes Nico ni, which is very cute. It pulls up and it always constantly wants you to register your phone number, which I'm gonna be honest, like, it's not that weird because like all my Razer products are under a phone number and an email and stuff like that. The fact that it constantly pops up and I don't know, it's really sketchy. Their return policy is sketchy, their app is sketchy. So it's said that I'm supposed to have completely unlimited color, but when I pull it up, you'll see that it literally, those are the options that you have. It was supposed to be like a big color wheel, but I didn't get any of that. The color is very bright. So bright that my Logitech webcam can't pick it up. It's just a big white mess. There's no way to adjust the brightness in the app, even though they claim that you can. And part of the reason why this one is so much more expensive is because it's supposed to have unlimited color and lighting options. If you're paying $140+ with a 0% return policy, I'd like to have more than like 6 colors. The sound, you can have original, live, gaming, or vocal. There's not much of a difference between all of them, except gaming has slightly more boosted bass. And the light, you can have natural, you can have flashing, which is absolutely just ridiculous. We have YOWU, which this is the seizure app for sure. And then you have breathing, where it just breathes in and out color. Besides that, there's literally nothing else you can do with this app. I mean, you can turn it on and off, but it definitely doesn't offer the selection that it claims to have. Now let's get to the sound. The sound, when I first connected this to my PC, was immaculate. It was the most intense Overwatch game that I'd ever played in my entire life. It was also one of the best that I ever played in my entire life, not gonna lie. These were absolute fire. The bass actually vibrated my ears. However, it pretty much went downhill right after that. The moment I connected to Discord, my friend sounded like he was calling on a really cheap headset. When he was talking on a Blue Yeti, he had never sounded so bad, ever. Then I played Genshin Impact, and it sounded awful. It sounded god-awful, and everything just started going more and more down in quality. Then I decided to test out Dead by Daylight, and it once again did not sound good. I couldn't really hear anything. It sounded muffled. It sounded like it was coming from a tin can. These shot down so bad in quality and were slightly, ever so slightly better than the Logitech, and barely better than the Razer Kitty Bluetooth, which aren't even a gaming headset. To say that I was disappointed in these for gaming is an understatement. Now, when it comes to music on my phone, these are pretty good. However, these are the 3G, the 3 gaming. It's their highest quality that they offer, and they're not even good for gaming. These are just glorified, very expensive music and movie headphones. So if that's what you're looking for and you don't care about paying a very expensive price and having a 0 return policy, then these are for you. It just, I can't personally get behind these. So overall, I have to say, even though I've tested a lot, I've tested name brand and I've tested, you know, like Joe Schmoes, I'm gonna have to say that the Razer Kraken is hands down my favorite of the top big brands that every gamer girl or people who want a pink setup are looking for. Also the cheapest out of the options I just showed you. Yes, it has a cord. I really would love for Razer to come out with a gaming headset in the Quartz collection that is as good quality as the Kraken, or any other brand out there listening. We need more pink. I really hope that this helped if you were stuck trying to decide between the Logitech G733, the Razer Kraken, the Razer Kitty Bluetooth, or the YOWU Kitty headset. I'm going to be honest, yes, the cord is annoying, but it is what it is, and I swear by my Razer Kraken headset. I've gotten a bunch of my friends to buy them in all the colors. They all like them. Yes, I am a Razer fangirl, but you know, if something isn't good quality, I'm not going to just, you know, lie about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.